Turkmenistan, a nation in Central Asia, holds a special allure. This landlocked country is bordered by Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, Iran, and the Caspian Sea. Vast deserts dominate its landscape, with the Karakum Desert covering much of its territory. Beneath these sands lies a history as rich and layered as the ancient Silk Road routes that once crisscrossed its terrain. From the rise and fall of empires to the echoes of ancient civilizations, Turkmenistan's story is one of resilience and the enduring spirit of its people. Imagine a time before written history, where civilizations blossomed in the heart of Asia. Turkmenistan was home to the Margiana civilization, a Bronze Age culture in the Murgab River Delta. The people of Margiana were skilled artisans, farmers, and traders, leaving behind impressive archaeological sites. These ancient ruins, like Gonur Tepe, reveal a civilization with advanced urban planning and sophisticated irrigation systems. Discoveries of intricate gold jewelry and monumental architecture point to a people connected to a wider network of trade and cultural exchange. The legacy of Margiana serves as a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of Turkmenistan's earliest inhabitants. The echoes of Margiana's past reverberated as new powers rose in the region. The Achaemenid Persian Empire under Cyrus the Great extended its reach into Central Asia, incorporating Turkmenistan into its vast domain in the 6th century BCE. This marked the beginning of a long and intertwined history between Turkmenistan and Persia, shaping its cultural and political landscape for centuries. The late 4th century BCE witnessed the arrival of Alexander the Great. Driven by conquest, Alexander swept through Persia, toppling the Achaemenid Empire and extending his dominion into Central Asia. Turkmenistan, lying in his path, became part of Alexander's vast but short-lived empire. Alexander's conquest was swift, establishing garrisons and founding new cities like Alexandria Margiana. Although brief, his reign ushered in the Hellenistic period, a time of cultural fusion between Greek and Eastern traditions. Following Alexander's death, Turkmenistan came under the control of the Seljuk Empire, one of his successor states. The Parthians, an Iranian people from Central Asia, challenged Seleucid rule and established their own empire, dominating Turkmenistan for centuries. The Parthian Empire, known for its skilled horsemen and archers, brought stability and prosperity, fostering a resurgence of local culture and traditions. As the Parthian Empire waned in the 3rd century CE, a new wave of nomadic people began to migrate from the east, the Turkic tribes. Originating from the steppes of Mongolia and southern Siberia, these nomadic pastoralists migrated westward in search of new pastures. Their arrival marked a turning point, leading to the Turkification of the local population and the emergence of new political entities. Initially arriving in small groups, the Turkic tribes gradually established their own settlements and power bases. Their nomadic lifestyle required vast grazing lands, leading to competition with settled populations and contributing to political fragmentation. The Turkic languages gradually replaced the Iranian languages spoken in the region, forming the basis of modern Turkmen. Their nomadic traditions, including yurt dwellings and oral epic poetry, became interwoven with existing cultural practices. The arrival of the Turkic tribes also had significant political ramifications, contributing to the decline of the Parthian Empire. Among these, the Seljuk Empire rose to prominence, uniting much of Central Asia and Persia under its banner. The Seljuks ushered in a golden age of Turkic power and cultural efflorescence. The 11th century witnessed the rise of the Seljuk Empire, one of the most powerful empires in Central Asian history. Founded by the Seljuks, a Turkic dynasty, this vast empire stretched from Anatolia to the Hindu Kush, encompassing Turkmenistan and much of Persia. The Seljuks, known for their military prowess and administrative acumen, ushered in a golden age of Turkic power and cultural brilliance. Under Tughril Beg, the Seljuks migrated into Persia, defeating the Ghaznavids. Tughril successor, Alp Arslan, continued the expansion, defeating the Byzantine army at the Battle of Manzikert in 1071. The Seljuks established a centralized bureaucracy, introduced a unified system of coinage, and revitalized the Silk Road. They embraced Persian culture, adopting Persian as the language of administration and courtly life. The Seljuk period marked a golden age for the arts, sciences, and architecture in Turkmenistan and the wider Islamic world. The Seljuks were generous patrons of mosques, madrasas, and other architectural marvels. Turkmenistan witnessed a flourishing of religious architecture, with impressive mosques, minarets, and mausoleums. The 13th century brought about the Mongol conquests, led by Genghis Khan. The Mongols swept out of the steppes of Central Asia, conquering a vast empire from China to Eastern Europe. Turkmenistan faced the full brunt of the Mongol war machine, enduring widespread destruction and political upheaval. Genghis Khan's grandson, Ogedei Khan, led the Mongol armies that subdued the region in the 1220s. The Mongols laid waste to cities, decimated populations, and disrupted trade routes, ending the Seljuk Empire's golden age. The destruction of cities and agricultural lands led to economic decline and hardship. Despite the devastation, Turkmenistan experienced a cultural and economic revival under the Timurid Empire in the 14th and 15th centuries. Founded by Timur, also known as Tamerlane, the Timurid Empire encompassed much of Central Asia, Persia, and parts of India. Timur, though a ruthless conqueror, was also a patron of the arts and sciences. His reign witnessed a flourishing of Persianate culture, characterized by its synthesis of Persian, Turkic, and Islamic traditions. The 19th century ushered in a new era for Turkmenistan, marked by the encroachment of the Russian Empire. Russia gradually extended its influence into Central Asia, culminating in the conquest of Turkmenistan in the latter half of the century. This conquest drew Turkmenistan into the fold of the Russian Empire and later the Soviet Union, shaping its political, economic, and social landscape for over a century. The Russian conquest was marked by military campaigns, diplomatic maneuvers, and economic pressure. The discovery of vast cotton resources in Turkmenistan further fueled Russia's desire to control the region. The final conquest occurred in the 1880s, during the reign of Tsar Alexander II. Russian forces, armed with superior firepower, defeated the Turkmen tribes, marking the end of Turkmenistan's independence. Following the conquest, Turkmenistan was incorporated into the Russian Empire as the Trans-Caspian Oblast. The Russian authorities implemented a policy of Russification, aimed at assimilating the Turkmen population into Russian culture and language. The early 20th century, marked by the collapse of the Russian Empire and the Bolshevik Revolution, had a profound impact on Turkmenistan. In the aftermath of the Russian Revolution of 1917, Turkmenistan declared its independence as part of the short-lived Turkestan Autonomous Soviet Socialist Republic. However, this independence proved fleeting, as the Red Army reconquered the region. In 1924, Turkmenistan was formally incorporated into the Soviet Union as the Turkmen Soviet Socialist Republic. The Soviet authorities implemented policies aimed at modernizing Turkmenistan's economy, collectivizing agriculture, and promoting literacy and education. The collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 ushered in a new era for Turkmenistan, as the republic declared its independence. Saparmurat Niyazov assumed the presidency, ruling the country with an iron fist for the next 15 years. Niyazov's rule was characterized by a cult of personality, authoritarianism, and economic mismanagement. Following Niyazov's death in 2006, Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov assumed the presidency. Though initially seen as a potential reformer, Berdimuhamedov continued many of Niyazov's authoritarian practices. He did, however, implement some reforms, dismantling some of Niyazov's more eccentric policies and seeking to attract foreign investment in Turkmenistan's vast energy sector. Turkmenistan, endowed with the world's fourth-largest natural gas reserves, has emerged as a major energy exporter. The revenues from gas exports have fueled economic growth, but the country faces challenges in diversifying its economy and improving living standards. In recent years, Turkmenistan has taken steps to engage more actively in the international community. However, the country remains largely closed off to the outside world, with strict controls on the media, internet access, and freedom of expression. Addressing human rights concerns, promoting political pluralism, and diversifying its economy are crucial steps towards building a more prosperous future. Turkmenistan's cultural heritage is a rich tapestry woven from the threads of its long and storied past. From the ancient civilizations of Margiana to the empires of Persia, the Seljuks, and the Timurids, Turkmenistan has been a crossroads of cultures. This cultural fusion is evident in its architecture, music, cuisine, and traditional crafts. One of the most striking aspects of Turkmenistan's cultural heritage is its architectural legacy. The country is dotted with ancient ruins, medieval mosques, and modern monuments that reflect its diverse cultural influences. Turkmenistan is renowned for its exquisite carpets, hand-woven masterpieces prized for their intricate designs and vibrant colors. Music and dance play an integral role in Turkmenistan's cultural life, with traditional music characterized by stringed instruments and haunting melodies. Traditional dances, often performed at weddings and celebrations, feature intricate footwork, swirling movements, and vibrant costumes adorned with traditional embroidery and jewelry.